Yes, traders, it's WCK guys. How are you doing? Yeah, so today it's our NFP day. As usual, it is always there. Uh, that's the first week. Okay, so today we are going to analyze our NFP, but this is not the usual NFP we always have. Yeah, it's going to be a very tricky NFP. So as you expect high impacts, you can also expect low impact because of some reasons. As always, we break down our NFP in three ways. We have faster breakdown on the side of fundamentals, that's using Forex Factory, and some little bit of view on how the entire economy is doing, specifically on the US dollar. After the fundamentals, then we go and break through the analysis, the technical analysis of the DXY. That's our third part. After breaking down the DXY, that's the USD index, technically, okay, then our third part is we choose any pair. It can be USD, JPY, Euro USD, or GBP USD. So let's go straight. We only have 30 minutes, so I'll use like 15 minutes of you guys time, and maybe my fellow trader Shizi will be taking us further. So our first thing we're going to look at today is the fundamentals we have today. Okay, so the fundamentals we have today, if you come and see today we have the bank holiday for China has a bank holiday, but also we have the USD average hourly earnings as usual, but today it is a bit different. Today we only have month per month, that's per M, but mostly we have been having month per month and year per year. Also we have the non-farm employment change. That's the main food for today. But also, we have the unemployment rate. Remember the previous NFPs, we have been having the USD the card fundamentals on the same day. We have been having some how the USD has been doing on the non-farm employment change. So the previous, you are seeing that it has been becoming worse. Every day it has been becoming more worse. Okay. Let's see the last 5 times NFP has been shared, NFP that has been shared. We are seeing that it was on July 5th, where we had 206K, okay, and it was very good it was a positive for USD. But from the blue in August, then we had a very big dip of 114K, okay. So it was worse, it was bad for August, but then September gave us some little bit of hope that yes, there might be change. Okay, instead of 100, instead of being 114K, but September came with 142K. So there was an increment. So meaning the dollar was trying to fight back. Then the forecast, if you see the forecast, they are expecting 147K. Okay, so meaning they expect, the forecast is there is an expectation for the dollar to fight back. Okay, for the dollar to fight back. So that's why we're having these expectations of 147K. But if we see on the unemployment rate, it has been bad, very bad. Okay, it has been performing bad. That even the last time in September, it remained constant as it was forecast from 4.2%. It remained 4.2%, but they are also expecting it to stay 4.2%. Okay, so meaning the game is here. This is what they are trying to play. Remember the last month, I remember it was in the last month, FOMC, where the interest rates were cut. Okay, so they cut the interest rates, but still they kept the unemployment rate stable. And then we are having another expectations, because cutting the interest rates, it was good for the USD. That's why you are seeing that the dollar has been buying for some good time. Okay, but also here they are showing that even on the non-farm employment rate, they expect it to fight back. Okay, they expect it to fight back. from the 142K to 147K. So meaning fundamentally, according to the forecast and also the previous data, we are seeing that they have been trying to fight back. Okay, they have been trying hard to fight back. The dollar is trying to fight back. But also, before we go to base on what they are showing here, we should also use our normal knowledge, our normal financial knowledge. The USA economically, USA is not doing well. Why? We have multiple events happening on the side of the US dollar and they are affecting it strongly. So you have to be open minded to see this. But one of the worst things the USA is facing now is fighting wars. Okay, is fighting wars behind the scene, or we can call it a Cold War. They are fighting a war of money. They are putting in a lot of money. Okay, they are putting in a lot of money. Leave alone putting in a lot of money. They are creating many enemies. For example, you are funding Israeli to fight Iran. Israel is bombing Lebanon. Okay, they are fighting Hezbollah. So all that money, it is from USA. Okay, they are also putting some money to protect Taiwan. China is willing to take over Taiwan, so that's another money USA is putting that side. USA is putting money. We have seen that they have spent almost 24 billion US dollars on Ukraine, only that part of Ukraine, and we have seen that Russia. What happened last week? We have seen that Russia has started using strong bombs. Okay, so meaning USA is winning its silent is losing its silent war. We have seen Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, saying that he's going to drop the NATO signings. Is more open on negotiations to drop the NATO things. So if you come and see what is happening with the elections, Kamala Harris and Trump, how they are doing and what Trump is promising. Trump is more likely to win the election, but Trump is also saying that as soon as I win, I'm stopping these wars. Okay, because Trump is a businessman, so that's also another thing for the dollar to face a little bit of a pullbacks. Okay, so after seeing all of that happening, we have seen that they are having illegal migrants going in through Mexico to USA. Okay, and USA is spending a lot of money on these illegal migrants. They are paying for their apartments, paying what? That's all money. Okay, so meaning USA financially, they are focusing on many things and they are not winning. If we see how they are performing, they are not doing what? They are not winning. So that's the normal knowledge we have. Fundamentally, on what we saw in Forex Factory, they are showing that yes, there is the USD is more likely to retaliate. They are more likely to fight back. Okay, so since they are showing that they are more likely to fight back. Let's first keep that in our mind. So that's the first part of our fundamental breakdown. Okay. Previously, to summarize the fundamental breakdown, previously we have seen that out of 5 times, here they can display 6 times, but even if we go 6 times, out of the 6 times the previous NFPs, the dollar has not been doing well. Okay, the dollar has not been doing well. It has been negatives. It has lost 3 times. 2 times it has won. Okay, so even if you are a gambler, it's clear knowledge to you that the USD is more likely to have, according to fundamentals here, more likely to have power. Okay, and if you go to this is the tricky part. We are going to see this in the technical part. We are seeing that the unemployment rate they have been doing bad. Actually, they have been doing bad on unemployment rate. They are also doing bad on NFP. Average hour, if you go to average earnings, they're also bad. You see, out of the 6 times, they have only won 2 times, and they have been constant 1 time, and they have lost 2 times. So, meaning fundamentally, it is bad for the what? For the USD. So let's go and do some technical analysis on the DXY. So if the DXY gives us the opportunity for the weakness in a dollar, then why not? We can take our chances on it. So let's first see that DXY. So DXY, this is the second part of our breakdown. So DXY, let me use this here. So this is our DXY. This is how it looks like. Okay, this is how the DXY looks like. Okay, that's the daily. So we are not going to focus on this higher parts, starting from this zone up to there. No, we are only going to play our game. Uh, so this is where we're going to put our game. The entire game is within this. Okay, this is where we are going to put our games because we want to analyze quick things. How are we buying today, or are we buying today, or are we selling today? That's all we want here. So our main focus is going to be on this part here. Okay. So let's first create our range where we want to be playing. We want to be playing within this range here. Moment. Okay. Okay. Moment, guys. Okay, so we are going to be analyzing our trades within this range here. Okay, so here, moment. Okay, so this is our range. We have to first find a range where we are going to play our games. Okay, so we need I don't know if you guys have been into art. So we first have to be with our paper where we are going to do our artwork, where we are going to be putting our drawings. So this is the range we are having. So we had an expansion here. If you can, if you can see here, we had an expansion. There is a moment I'm having some little bit of challenges here, but we are going to bypass this. Okay, so we had our range here. You see, this was our range here. This was our first sellers here, which were strong. Let me mark it. I need. Okay, so we had our sellers here. We had our sellers here. Okay, we also had strong buyers here. Okay, so we have two different arrows. We had sellers here, strong sellers here, and also we have strong buyers here. So meaning this was an area for sellers. This was an area for sellers, the area I have marked there, and this was an area for buyers. The buyers have marked here. So meaning these buyers are targeting this area. Like us, these sellers were targeting this what? This area. But since they're targeting to buy, okay, they are targeting to hit this area of buyers. Okay, so they're not because the forex market doesn't move in a straight line. Okay, so meaning right now we know one thing: we have two we have our range, which is going to be area of buyers was there, and also this is going to be our area of sellers. Okay, so this is going to be our area of sellers here. Okay, so meaning we have area for buyers and we have area for sellers. So meaning all our play is going to be within this range here. All our play is going to be within this. Okay, it's going to be within this range here. So what we are going to do, we are going to first go into our 4 hour and see more breakdown in 4 hour. So this is our range for 4 hour on the DXY. Okay, so we are seeing that they have already made, when you look at your DXY, you are seeing that they have already made a breakthrough this point here. Okay, they have already made a breakthrough from this point here. You see, already breakthrough is there. So since they have already made a breakthrough, okay, we expect them to, they are targeting this area. So meaning the buyers have already made a breakthrough, which was a strong zone because this is a 4-hour chart. So since they have already made a strong breakthrough, okay, so since they have already made a breakthrough, so meaning we are expecting them to target this area. Okay, so they are targeting this area, but the question is, are they going to go straight to this area or we should expect some sales? So meaning on 4-hour, on my 4-hour, let me leave this, let me make it, so that zone there, let me make it maybe orange. So you see that zone, they have already made a breakthrough. So meaning their next strong resistance level will be this one. Okay, so meaning as we have been, so I know some of you have been trading for some good time. The market is not going to just give us push like this. Okay, so personally, this, if I was to take a trade on this DXY, so I'll just mark this point here. See this point there? So I'll just mark this point there. So meaning what I would be expecting will be this. Okay, this is what I would be expecting. So meaning if I'm to buy on my 4-hour chart, let me put here. If I'm to buy on my 4-hour time frame, okay, I'll only be looking for buys in this point here. Okay, so meaning I expect them to first come and touch this area within, and then we go with our buys. Okay, so meaning we might see the sales coming strongly, then buys, or we can, if not that, we can see the buyers going straight. So meaning we have two options. We can either, if they are to sell, they are going to sell up to this point, then we buy up to this point. Or if they are to buy, they are going to buy straight to this point. Okay, this is also another option. They are going to buy straight from this point and then sell up to this point here. Okay, so meaning all the game, I repeat, the entire game is going to be on two levels here. Okay, the entire game is going to be on this level and this level. Okay, so meaning if we are to see sellers, they are coming up to this point and go up to the other what, the other point. So let's try to zoom in to 1 hour. 1 hour will mark as our entry level. So this is the 1 hour. Okay, so if this is the 1 hour, I can just stretch my zone. Okay, I'll just stretch my zone here. Okay, so this is going to be my zone. So this is the first zone for DXY if I'm to buy. Now, if I'm to sell, I'll leave this line here, this resistance level as an early entry. But also, if I'm to come up with my zone, I'll put my zone here. So in simple terms, this is the setup we have. Okay, in simple terms, this is the setup we have. Okay, so I don't personally, I repeat, I don't expect this market to just move from here up to here. Why? Because fundamentally we have seen that the USD is doing bad. Fundamentally the USD is doing bad. But technically we have seen that they have been on a strong bullish trend. But that bullish trend, they tried hard to break through this zone here, this resistance level here. So since they broke through this resistance level here, okay, so they broke through this resistance level. So after breaking this resistance level, we don't expect them to just go buy from that, okay? So since we have unemployment rate and the NFP, they might come with different data. But if they come with different data, let's say if the data is negative for that US dollar, we are going to have this, then we buy from this. So meaning long term, I expect the bulls, the USD, but short term, I expect the sales. That's on this coming data, whereas we are more likely, according to the fundamentals as the analysis has done, we are more likely to see the sales coming. Sellers coming into this zone, then we buy from there. Or another option, we either buy direct from here. Okay, so that's why. So let me hope you have understood. I repeat one more time, guys, to make things clear for you. Fundamentally, the USD is not doing, even in our general knowledge, what we are seeing on the social medias, on what, and the news, what, the USD is not doing well. And it has also not been doing well in the previous NFPs and the previous unemployment rate. That's number one. Technically, they have been bullish on a daily time frame. But as we know, they broke through a strong resistance level. Okay? After breaking through a strong resistance level, yes, we know they are going to buy. They are buying long term. But short term, the market doesn't move like that. We don't expect to see just a simple move, buy and just buy from there. No, 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 no. We are more likely to first see sellers coming, testing this zone here, and then we buy from this zone. So meaning short term, we are more likely to see sellers. So that's on that DXY. So let's make some simple analysis on USD on the USD JPY. USD JPY. I like the number. I like the turn up, guys. I like the turn up. Keep on subscribing, guys. Subscribe on Tamam Brokerage Service YouTube channel, because that's the only place where I do the NFP analysis. So kindly subscribe, deposit with the Tamam, trade with the Tamam Brokerage Service, and actually, if you have any issue, you can reach out to me personally. My number is public. Everyone almost has my number. Also, if you reach out to me on WhatsApp, you can find me, you can find Praise FX or Cheesy19 or Mustafa. If all of that doesn't work out for you, you can find us directly on Tamam Brokerage Service offices in Intinda, near the Shell in Intinda. So you can come there, you can be helped. So support Tamam, feed the cow, because Tamam is the cow. Okay? So let's proceed. Let's do some analysis on the USD JPY. So this is our USD JPY. This is our USD JPY. Remember, you have seen that the USD short term, we are more likely to see the sales short term, but long term we have the buyers. So we are not going to go on a daily time frame. Let's go on the 4-hour time frame. So if you can come and see here, you can see here we had strong buyers here. Okay, but we had a strong sell. What caused this strong sell? We had a strong area for sellers. Okay, that's on the 4-hour time frame. So meaning we have, let me give it to, let me change its color to yellow, a bit bright. Okay, so we had this strong sellers here, and these sellers made a statement, because when the market approached it, okay, when the market approached, let me use this. When the market approached the area of sellers, it reacted and sold strongly. Okay, that's when it reached the sales. So it reacted and sold strongly from here. So meaning this zone is not something easy. Okay, so we can mark it out. We can mark it out here. This is our zone on the 4-hour chart. It's not an easy zone. Okay, so the market reacted to it and sold strongly. Now they went back for a retest. That's on 4-hour. So meaning we are going to have, if they break through this zone, our next zone will be this one. Our next zone will be this one. So meaning we have to find a key zone. What is a key zone? That zone where they are more likely to play from. Okay, so meaning if we want to get strong buyers, this is the area. Okay, if we want to go with strong buyers, this is the area with the possible strong what? Strong buyers. So the buyers which has made this market react is not a strong buyer. They are not strong. Okay, that's why they are pushing hard trying to find this zone. So they are not strong. So we are not going to count them. Okay, let us count them out. So meaning our key point is here. Okay, so meaning if I'm to look for buys, that's if the USD comes, that is the reason the USD is a strong, has strong buyers. Okay, so meaning I'm more likely to buy from this zone here. This is the zone where I'm more likely to buy, and I expect it to break through because these are strong buyers here. So these strong buyers, they have the capacity to push through this zone because this zone has been tested one time. Even if the market didn't reach here, but we know that there were strong sellers here. So meaning I expect to buy from this zone here, so that I do that. That's long term. But short term, short term I might expect this. As the market is going to approach the buys, short term it might do a simple sweep out here, not reaching this zone here, coming back to test this long term buys coming in. Okay, or another option, the market can just move on the USD JPY, move direct this point here, then we sell. Okay, so meaning they can't leave this zone untested. I repeat, like we saw in USD DXY, the market can't leave this zone untested. If it goes up here, it won't break through unless it has tested this area of strong buyers. Because these are the buyers with a lot of liquidity, a lot of money are open for buying this gold, buying for USD, this USD. So if the strong buyers are here, even if we see strong some buyers here, these buyers will not have enough capacity to break through this zone, meaning we can see a buy from this point and then testing this zone again. Or this is the more likely to happen. A more likely zone to happen according to the analysis we made on the fundamentals. According to the analysis we made on the fundamentals, we are more likely to see these guys selling short term and then we buy long what? Long term. That's according to fundamentals and some little bit of what? Technical analysis. So if we stretch down to our 1 hour analysis, so this is our 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour we can come up with this zone. Okay, this can be our zone here. That's 1 hour USD JPY. But also I can put a simple, like where the market is right now. I can put a zone there, a short zone, which can push this market, which is more likely to push this market into sales, into strong, I repeat, into strong what? Into strong sales. But those sales are short term. So this is the zone we are targeting. Okay, this is the zone we are targeting. But also, I will not leave this unmarked. I will not leave this unmarked. So in simple term, that's the short setup we have. Also, the short term setup we have. But also when we go to our long term setup, we can come and see this here. So meaning, to summarize everything for you guys, so meaning, according to the fundamentals, I think the USD is not doing well, but that's short term, okay? Short term. So short term, meaning the more, if we are to go short term sales, the more possible setup to happen is either it sells where it is from now up to this point, then we buy to break through this point. But if they happen to just go and break, because we can see we are more likely to say simple sweep. Sweep is to happen. It can happen. But if they are going to break through here, okay, if they break through this zone, meaning they are going to proceed with their buys, but they will not be able to break through that point unless they come back to test this zone here. So meaning that's the simple setup we have for you guys as of today. So let me give you Shizi, talks to you a simple like 4 minutes as the news coming in.
Uh, we are almost to that time of the month where we either become
wealthy for the rest of the month, or make a few regrets. So yeah, I believe my colleague has done his best, and he has explained everything. That's exactly as I was going to anticipate. The most interesting part is that we all have the same kind of a setup, and we are all having the same expectation. However, for me today, I'm actually I'm more of this person who loves trading gold. So I'm going to be looking all through gold. We don't have any
have
enough
3 minutes.
time to trade. However, let's just get ready to trade. Let's just wait for the 3 minutes to get done. So I already entered my gold cells. I'm holding them already, but that doesn't mean that you should enter right now. If you never had any position that you are holding, you shouldn't rush to enter right now. But what we can do is we can look at taking major entries in case of any major retracement levels and all that. But for those who have been using us before, I believe you know how our spreads are also good, and there's really not much that you should get scared of in case of news events or you can actually just hold the trade, you can get the whole tickets. You had it running, and I'm sure our spreads will take it to kick you out. So currently we have 2 minutes to go, and let's hope for the best. We see how things are going to move. I believe there's nothing much that my colleague has already done all the the explanatory parts. So yeah, let's hold on for that as we wait and we see what the market can offer.
Okay, guys, so let's wait and see how the market plays on our setups. So let's first follow the USD JPY, and also actually let's open the if let's open the USD JPY and see how they play. So we have a short-term setup and a long-term setup, but the short-term setup for the sales. Okay. So according to the fundamentals, the analysis we have been on the side on the sales, analysis we have done on the sales, analysis we have done on the USD JPY. So let's see how it plays in the next what? Let me the next 43 next 40 seconds. So always trade with what you can afford to lose, mostly when you are trading fundamentals. Because yes, we do all the analysis, but what makes the final decision is always that data. There is the data. Okay, so this is at there is that time when I always tell traders that if you want to be comfortable, it's better when you execute trades after the data has been what has been released. So let's wait and see. Okay. Yes. Let's go. Okay. So guys, let's come back here. Guys, we can come back here. Yes. So, guys, so when you come back here, as I told you guys, we have seen that all the data, okay, all the data which has been released has been positive. Okay, all the data has been what has been positive. So if you try to check our DXY, setup, okay. So you see our DXY setup. This is how it looks like. I don't know why it's not loading. So if you see our DXY, I know the markings are still there. I don't know why this DXY is not loading. So you see our DXY. So as we did the setup, as we did our analysis, okay. So the possible setup, you have seen that now they have decided to go direct positive. But why are they going positive direct? You are seeing that all that data which has been released has been positive. Okay? So those who are in my, also those who are in my Telegram channel, those who are in my Telegram channel, the VIP, you have seen this setup happening. We did this setup and it is happening. So this is what has happened today. Let's call it a day, guys. Unless you have questions. Unless you have questions, you can put them in the comment section. Okay. So almost hitting our setup. The market is almost hitting our setup. The market almost hitting our setup. So remember that the bulls, the data came out when the bulls are positive. But if you see the forecast, the difference has been big. So meaning it is a strong bull. Long term, but our entry, for example, if I'm to execute the buys right now, if you are to execute the buys right now, you can only wait for this zone. You see this zone here? You can only wait for this what? For this zone. If you are to execute the buys right now. Those requesting to trade gold now, you can see that gold, I believe gold is also in strong sales. Okay. Guys, before we close that day, kindly you can try out Tamam brokerage service, because this is a broker which is going to help, because these are free setups. Okay, these are free setups. What we are doing here is totally free. Okay, totally free, and I think this is the second time. This is the second time when you are winning NF. So why don't you trade with Tamam brokerage service? Why don't you trade with Tamam brokerage service? Okay. Okay, guys, we can call it a day. Let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. Those calling for the, anyway, let me open it for you. Asking for the USD. Let's open XAUSD for you guys and see how it looks. Network. Problem with the network. I got a problem with the network. Why is it not loading? So this is the gold setup. This is the gold, guys, you are talking about. But for me specifically, why would I be trading gold? Look at the gold. Look at the gold trend. Look at the gold trend. So the gold trend is not so healthy. Look for pairs like USD JPY, GBP JPY. Okay. People asking to take profit for USD JPY. Okay. So USD JPY, as I told you guys, let me open it. Okay, let me open for you guys. People asking me take profit. Take profit for USD JPY. Take profit for USD JPY. Take profit. Trade NFT. So this the zone here. I'm going to give you the take profit, guys. I'm going to give you the take profit. So guys, if you look here, this is our trade. Tamam brokerage service. Tamam brokerage service. It's WCK live account. So you are seeing that our entry has been spammed. You see the entry early morning. Also, we can check another account again. WCK. WCK. So this is the all you look at the spreads. Look at the spreads. USD account. Then you see this solid money made. WCK guys, trade with Tamam brokerage services. Trade with Tamam brokerage service. So this is our setup. We're seeing that they're almost hitting our what? Our take profit. So our take profit is here. So guys, take profit is here. This zone. Don't hold trades because the market is not more likely to break this zone today. It's not going to be. It's more likely not to be possible. So you might expect a reversal. Okay.